Hi there, and welcome to my presentation on the effects of first-year teacher mentorship. My name is Zoe Howard, and this is my final project for the Master's in Educational Leadership through Grand Canyon University. I'm very excited for you to listen in today, so thank you so much. All right, introduction. The intent of this study was to learn more about mentorship relationships between the mentee teachers and the mentor teachers. As I am a first-year teacher myself, I thought this was very interesting, and I wanted to learn more about the relationship between different mentee teachers and their mentors, as I've had a very good experience with mine, and I wanted to make sure that everyone else was as well. The significance of this project helps prepare both mentors and mentees for different mentorship programs. We're going to build stronger programs and build better teachers throughout this study. Some of the goals throughout the study are to find commonalities of experiences mentoring first-year teachers, find commonalities and benefits and downsides to mentoring or being a mentee, and finding areas of further support needed in both mentorship programs and teacher preparation programs to build better teachers. My problem statement that I use throughout this project is: how does the mentorship of a veteran teacher to a first-year teacher affect the veteran's knowledge, teaching styles, and thoughts and opinions on the field of education? Now, through this study, as I have continued to go through it and find my data and put this presentation together, my results shifted slightly from my problem statement, which is not uncommon when we do research projects such as this. So to go forward, my problem statement is transferred into: how do teacher preparation programs and mentorship programs affect first-year teachers and mentorship teachers, and how they are able to teach in the classroom, and how they benefit from these kinds of programs. My methodology and population. So my methodology, I used qualitative data throughout this entire project. I used testimonials and survey results from mentor teachers and mentee teachers, all within the Saginaw Public School District. And then I interviewed and had conversations with the participants of this study. They did wish to remain anonymous, so they are listed as mentees 1, 2, and 3, listed with their grade band or area of teaching. My population is 3 first-year teachers, 1 teacher who is an elementary school special education teacher, 1 who is a preschool teacher, and 1 who is a first grade teacher in an elementary school. And then the 3 veteran mentor teachers are all in the same area as the mentee teachers. So there is 1 mentor who is in special education, 1 mentor who is in preschool, and 1 mentor who is in elementary school. My data collection and analysis. So for data collection, I provided questions based on Google Forms and SurveyMonkey, as they were the most effective to obtain the data, as I am not close to my participants. I used to work at Saginaw Public Schools, but I have since moved districts halfway through the year. So providing them with different online options for how to answer my questions was the most effective. The participant information was kept anonymous in questionnaires by not requiring their information to be put in. And then data stored within the questionnaire platforms was kept on my computer in different spreadsheets, as to not reveal their information to anyone else. My analysis. I synthesized the results into a spreadsheet, and I organized responses by the mentors or the mentees. I then compared the results to find common trends among the data, and I transferred data to different informative charts to better visualize it. Some of my main conclusions I found throughout this study came from how the data was analyzed through different observations of all information collected, with comparing those results to one another, and by using those surveys and interviews to obtain the qualitative data needed from both first-year teachers and mentoring teachers. My major findings throughout this project were that teacher preparation programs need to be more practical and put together to match the modernized versions of education we are experiencing now. Mentoring teachers found many new ideas and respect for new teachers. So the mentoring teachers were able to learn lots from the first-year teachers whom they are mentoring. New teachers were able to feel more confident in their skills once they were placed with a mentor. So before they were placed, as many teachers are not placed with a mentor until a few months into their program, they felt much more confident as they had someone there with them. And then mentorship programs need to be more structured for better success for both teachers, the mentee, and the mentor, and we'll get more into that. So this was one of the questions I provided in my Google form. I said, was your teacher preparation program useful for your first year of teaching? I only asked this to the mentee teachers. There were three teachers that were able to say, yes, my teacher preparation program did help, or no, I do not feel that my teacher preparation program helped me my first year. To summarize these, mentee number 1, the special education mentee teacher, said that the special education teacher preparation program did not prepare me for the real-life experience of being a special education teacher. Knowing strategies for teaching and differentiation is important, but learning the real experience and what goes into it would have helped so much more. So hearing from them, they experienced that although they did have extra special education classes, they were not able to obtain the information needed to put them into action. Mentee number 2, our preschool teacher, stated, although there was lots of good to take from the teacher preparation program, only one class was focused on the age level I work with, and I feel that I could have gained much more given there was more focus on my age group. Overall, I would not say the preparation program helped me much. So seeing as this teacher works with younger children and that their teacher preparation program did not have many classes focusing on that younger section, I can see how they would not feel that their teacher preparation program helped them much, as they needed more information geared towards their age level. And then mentee number 3, our lower elementary general education first grade teacher, stated, the teacher preparation program I attended did an excellent job covering all subject areas I would be expected to teach, along with having classes for classroom management and community outreach. This program shaped me into the teacher I am today. So this teacher did find the good out of their teacher preparation program. They felt that they covered the subject areas along with the other areas of teaching, such as management and community work, that they needed to be a great teacher. Looking at a study from Glover, Hamel, and Hubbard, they stated that the lack of access to resources, support services, and the training they needed to acclimate to their classrooms as beginning teachers was overwhelming and frustrating for the participants in this study. Their study looked at different first-year teachers and how their preparation programs helped them get to where they are today. And this data that I showed you above really matches them with this quote that they were not prepared. So we need to take a great look at these preparation programs and update them to fit the world that we are in now. We need to work with the schools to find where newer teachers are lacking to make up for that lost education. And it is no fault to the new teachers. We need to go and update the program itself to make sure that these teachers are prepared. The next survey question I provided was to the mentor teachers. And to summarize it, I asked them what they gained from their mentee teachers through mentoring. And summing it up, it showed that 3 of the 3 mentor teachers obtained ideas on how to structure their lessons from their mentees. 1 out of the 3 learned different differentiation techniques from their mentee teacher. 2 out of 3 learned different activities that they could complete with their students, and 2 out of 3 learned different ways to use technology within their classroom. Mentor teacher 1, our special education mentor, stated, my mentee teacher brought many excellent ideas from their preparation program. From working with her, I found new ways to use technology in my lessons with different activities to use with my students. Mentor teacher number 2, our preschool teacher, stated, my mentee teacher came in roaring and ready to go. She was able to bring in so many new ideas to the stick-in-her-ways teacher, and after observing her lessons, I can see that I might need to change things up a bit. So that showed that even a teacher who has been in the field for a long time can still learn from these new teachers. And then mentor teacher number 3, our lower elementary teacher, stated, I was nervous to be a mentor for a first-year teacher as I had never been a mentor before. However, working with a fresh set of eyes after doing the same thing for so long was amazing, and I can't believe how much I learned from her. So even for a brand new mentor, they are able to learn so much from the mentorship process, and it is amazing to see just how much someone who has been in the field for so long can learn from someone who is brand new to the field. A quote from Sparks in their 2025 article says, while new teachers are most likely to get coaching and mentoring, study sorry about that. Studies find all teachers can benefit from it, particularly from changing instructional approaches and technology. In particular, one new study found higher performing novice teachers and veteran teachers still need, but often don't get, coaching to improve more advanced teaching skills like questioning students or facilitating group projects. So this quote really looks into the fact that all teachers can learn from one another and all teachers can use coaching. So, not to say that the new teachers were coaching the mentoring teachers, but in essence they were, because they were still learning from them and obtaining new information. So, as lined up with our quote, all teachers can learn from one another and all teachers can benefit from working with others. Some next steps within giving information to mentor teachers and helping them learn from their mentees. I want to include more mentor-teacher observations to increase the knowledge gained from mentee teachers, and then to monitor what the mentor teachers state they are gaining the most to see if there are professional development opportunities that would be useful to set up. So if all of the mentor teachers are stating that they learned more about how to use technology in the classroom, maybe an issue is that we are not providing enough professional development for these veteran teachers in implementing new technology into the classroom, and so on. The next question I asked to the mentee teachers within the study are how their confidence levels grew from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. So, our key for this graph is a 1 means that they are at low confidence, a 2 is that they are at mild confidence, and 3 is that they are at high confidence. So our blue lines are showing the beginning of year, and our purple lines are looking at the end of the year. So at the beginning of the year, all 3 mentee teachers stated that they had very low confidence for how to work in their classrooms. Then looking at the end of the year, mentee teacher 1 felt mildly confident in their classroom. Mentees 2 and 3 felt very confident in their classroom. So this is showing that through these mentorship programs, they are able to gain confidence in their field and of the classroom that they are in. A quote from Wexler in 2018 stated that each participant in their study valued the social aspect of learning they wanted to talk about, and through their teaching with another teacher, and advocated for their own growth by seeking feedback from others. So these newer teachers really looked for these conversational opportunities with their mentor teachers, as they know that they will learn from them in their experience, and these conversations are the best way to obtain that information. Some next steps would be to discuss with the mentee teachers which aspects of the mentorship program gave them the most confidence. So if it was having observations, daily or weekly meetings with their mentor, lesson planning with their mentor, finding the way that they were able to learn the best and gain the most confidence, so that we can find the ways that they were not able to gain confidence and to improve those areas of the mentorship program. And then to work with the mentee and mentor teachers to tweak and adjust the mentorship program to reap the best results for both sets of teachers going forward. So if we find that the mentee and mentor teachers feel that they would benefit from more observation opportunities or more lesson planning opportunities, we need to build that into the mentorship program so that they are able to gain the benefits from those opportunities. I then asked the mentee teachers, what would you change about the mentorship program that you are in? And just a disclaimer, the responses from the mentee teachers have been summarized based on the testimonials they provided within their interviews, as it would be very difficult to pull quotes of exact changes through a 10-minute long conversation. So our special education mentee teacher stated that they wish there was more guidelines for how mentorship is supposed to take place, more structured feedback, and more time to discuss with the mentor teacher. Mentee teacher number 2, our preschool teacher, stated that they wished for more opportunities to observe their mentor teacher in their classroom and more chances to plan for instruction with their mentor. Then mentee teacher number 3, our first grade teacher, stated that more structured setup for mentorship programs were needed, details explained to both mentee and mentor teachers by administration for how these mentorship programs should be handled, and then more administrative checkups to stay on track. So overall, looking at these 3 mentee teachers and what they feel that should be changed about the mentorship program, they should be more structured. So pretty much having more guidelines and rules and supervision for these mentorship programs to gain the most benefits. They want more time with their mentor teacher to lesson plan, to discuss, to observe, as observation and discussions are two of the best ways for teachers to learn. And then to have administrative checkups. So not a formal observation, but simply just being able to have administration come in and make sure that you are on the right track to becoming a better teacher. So next steps for updating the mentorship programs. I would work with district administrators to set up a more structured mentorship program, carve out time and allocate funds for substitute teachers so that both mentee and mentor teachers can observe each other's lessons to provide more accurate feedback, and then to work to find more administrative time to provide feedback to the mentee and mentor teachers. As stated by Fregney in 2020, mentorship is a powerful force in education, and research shows that mentor relationships among educators can incredibly shape them and the school communities that they serve. So going forward, being able to carve out this time for a more genuine and personal mentorship relation will only benefit the mentees and the mentors. So finding those extra funds to pull us up for a day so that the mentee can go watch their mentor, or so that the mentor can go help their mentee for a day. These little things are going to be the most important in making sure that our mentorship programs are going to be the best that we can make them, so that these new teachers feel prepared and confident to go into the classroom by themselves. So building on this data in my professional life, my new goal is to work with universities, school districts, and building administrators to create more updated and modernized teacher preparation programs and mentorship programs for incoming teachers. So after looking at all of this research, it is clear to me that we need to make some updates on both teacher preparation programs and teacher mentorship programs. Although I was able to see the good and the bad in both, I was able to see that teacher preparation programs need to be more modernized and related to real-life scenarios rather than just pedagogy and practice. That mentorship programs need to be more structured and have more time for conversation and observation between the mentees and mentors. So working with the universities for teacher preparation programs, school districts and building administrators with their mentorship programs, all of this will be able to help these newer teachers feel confident and prepared in their classroom. In disseminating my data, I will share the data obtained with the universities in which these mentee teachers graduated from, along with the buildings in which the mentee teachers are employed to work, and find ways to update the programs. So these findings will be shared with both the universities and the schools, and in sharing those data points, we will work together to find ways to update these programs to find the better solutions for each. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation. I have genuinely enjoyed this program so much, and I'm very thankful to be able to complete this project. Here is my reference slide for you to take a look at. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, and thank you so much.